Committee on National Legislation, which is a Quaker lobbying organization in Washington, D.C. Really sorry I couldn't actually be physically with you tonight. Last week we dealt with some snow issues, and then this week I just don't actually have a car that I could make it out to you guys in a quick fashion. So I'm glad, though, to have this opportunity, and thanks to Andrew for making this possible. Just to kind of introduce you to FCNL and the work that we do. You may know of us because of our War is Not the Answer bumper stickers. You may have heard of Quakers in your history classes. Quakers have been around since the mid-1600s and have had this lobbying organization since the 1940s. I want to make it really clear, though, that we are not exclusively Quaker by any means. That means you don't have to be a Quaker to work here. You don't have to be a Quaker to be a supporter of our work. In fact, the majority of the people that work here are not Quaker, and the majority of the people that support our work are also not Quaker. But we are essentially a progressive, faith-based advocacy organization. So we lobby Congress on a number of different issues. We are founded and governed by Quakers, and we work on a number of different issues from peace and diplomacy to immigration reform, Native American rights, climate change issues, police militarization, poverty issues, the military budget. The list kind of goes on, nuclear disarmament. You can check out our website to kind of learn more about all of those policy areas, but I think it's good to just list them off so you can get an idea of kind of the expanse of the work that we're doing here in Washington. We lobby in a kind of a number of different ways. So we're not talking about lobbying in the big scary way when you think of the Koch brothers, big money. We lobby on a conversational level. We have lobbyists here at FCNL who go into members' offices on a daily basis and meet with their staff and meet with the members and just have conversations, sharing our perspectives, our information, and how we think they should vote on particular legislation. Andrew asked me to talk a little bit about myself and how kind of I fit into maybe some of the work that FCNL is doing. I actually am a Quaker from North Carolina, so that's my connection to FCNL. But again, I wanted to just emphasize that you don't have to be a Quaker to work here or to get involved with our work. But I graduated from Appalachian State University last May. Before that, I did a summer internship here in Washington with FCNL, so we have a summer internship program. And then right now I'm working for a year as a young fellow at FCNL. So it's this paid year-long job with FCNL, full-time member of their staff. We have people doing a number of different things. My job in particular has been recruitment and outreach and kind of grassroots organizing for young adults across the country. So I've been traveling a lot, speaking on college campuses, talking with people about the work that we're doing. But then the majority of people that are doing the Young Fellows program are actually focused on a policy issue. So if one of those policy issues I mentioned, peace building, police militarization, one of those things really sticks out to you, you may be able to work with us for a year on one of those programs and be paid for it following your graduation. So that's one thing to keep in mind for the future. There's a lot of year-long programs like this out there. But ours is really unique because you really become a member of our staff. Young Fellows here are a really integral part of how we see our organization at work. And so it's not just making copies all day or stapling papers. It's really about being engaged, and you're lobbying on your first day. You're actually a registered lobbyist in the United States, which is kind of crazy, but kind of cool. First job out of college. So that's kind of the work that I'm doing and how I got here to work with FCNL. People who are affected by FCNL's work. So FCNL, as I mentioned, work on immigration reform, work on Native American rights. We are coming at these issues from a faith angle. And so Quakers have a belief that there's that of God or there's that of the light in everyone. And so we are a nonpartisan organization, and we engage with people on all sides of the aisle, people who may disagree with us on every single issue. We really believe that there is something within them where we can find common ground and hopefully work together. And so that's one aspect of our work. I will say, though, that we are a progressive organization. There's no denying that. So oftentimes with an issue like climate change, when we're faced with the majority or all Republicans saying that it doesn't exist, we have kind of a partisan issue that we're dealing with. And so we're trying to find ways to make that more bipartisan. We have a number of different opportunities for you to get involved and maybe get further introduced to our organization. One of those being our upcoming spring lobby weekend. So that's 3 weeks away. This has been kind of my big project for my year here at FCNL. And we're focused on climate change. And as I just mentioned, it's kind of become a partisan issue. And we're looking for ways that we can maybe bring people together on this. So we're coming at it from a faith angle, but also from a moral angle. So whether you're a person of faith or not, we can all probably agree that we have some moral obligation to protect the earth and care for it. And so we are coming at it from that angle to hopefully connect with members of Congress who maybe haven't had that perspective given to them, so that they can find a way to better connect. The majority of Republicans actually behind closed doors share with our lobbyists that they really do recognize that climate change is the biggest threat facing our world, and they want to do something about it, that they just don't have the political space to do something about it. So when we think about how to approach this issue, we want to find a way to create that space for them and create the support from their constituents. So that's why we're bringing 300 young adults from around the country, from all different congressional districts and states, to meet with their senators, meet with their members of Congress, to talk about their support for them to take action, bipartisan action, on climate change, because we have to have this action happening now if we want to make progress in the next coming years. There's an extension of that, which is the Advocacy Corps, and so that's a new program FCNL started. It's a paid part-time program, so you could actually organize on your campus around climate change issues, be paid $3,000 for the year. It's a really cool opportunity to really get paid to do something that you love in terms of grassroots organizing in the community. So that might look like different events each month, meeting with a member of Congress in your local district office, whatever that might be. It's going to start with a 2-week training in August and then kind of extend through the next year, through the next May, of you organizing on your college campus. There's all kinds of more information about those two programs, Spring Lobby Weekend and Advocacy Corps, on our website, which is futureadvocate.org. And I hope Andrew can pull that up for you all. But it's a great resource to find out about these programs and our application deadlines. If you're thinking internship and job, also consider that we have a summer internship program. The deadline is March 1st, so that's upcoming this week, actually, this Sunday. And it's a 2-month program, June and July, here in DC, working both on one of our policy issues. If you're interested just kind of in gaining experience on what a nonprofit, how it works, you can work with our finance and administration team. You can work with our development team, or you can work with my team in grassroots organizing. So there's kind of a number of different opportunities through the summer internship. That year-long program I mentioned, unfortunately, the application deadline has already passed. But if you're a junior or sophomore, and you are thinking, what am I going to apply for? What am I going to look at doing when I graduate next May in 2016? Think about this program. Our application will be open again, next year, starting in February, and I would strongly consider that you think about applying to that. And I hope that this has been helpful. I feel this is a little bit strange making this video for you. And I know it kind of stinks that we can't ask questions as directly as we might normally if I were there. So feel free to ask Andrew questions. He knows a good bit about FCNL, but also if there's questions that he can't answer and you want to talk with me more directly, I'd be happy to do that. My email is Tommy, Tommy, @fcnl.org. I'm happy to speak with you, so email me, check out our website, fcnl.org or futureadvocate.org, to find out more about these different things. FCNL has been a great opportunity for me as a progressive young person who majored in political science. I really wanted to know what my next step was. FCNL helps me with the summer internship, then led me to a White House internship last summer, and now has brought me back on as a staff member, as a young fellow. And so it's been kind of a really great opportunity to experience Washington, introduce me, help me get connected, a great first step in getting involved in politics. So good luck to all of you, and again, reach out to me if you have any questions. Best of luck.